I know that.
I am so sorry that my phone is having issues. Jorel is on there right now.
That our economy, that the country's economy is a system of rules.
This is part 3 of the Mmtlp media space call. We have special media guests on there listening to our stories.
That can't be the system that we live in.
There's so many heartbreaking stories out there of people that have been taken advantage of by the SEC and FINRA.
Trying to make our voices heard.
Got the camera working.
Trying to find those who might amplify our voices and help to.
I've deleted some storage. Hopefully we can watch more of this. And I'm going to go back to that Twitter call. This is part 3. Here we go.
For listening to my story and to everyone's stories, and thank you for coming and listening to our Mmtlp story.
I'm sorry.
Man, is it just me, or is it like an unusually heavy allergy season right now?
Yeah, it's a heavy allergy season, buddy. Oh, man. Jorel, as much as you claim that this community has been a rock for you, you have been a rock for all of us.
Absolutely.
I've said this before, but I'll say it right here, right now, recorded, to be replayed in the annals of Twitter history forever. You have a laugh that could bring a stone statue to life. And we appreciate you.
And if you don't know Jorel or Marduk or Drew, due diligence, go on Twitter and follow them.
We've heard Jorel say it.
They're all rocks in our community.
Juan say
Syntax,
it.
Juan, Busy Brands, Huckleberry, Gandalf.
I just posted a rule up in the nest that I think highlights that not just did you.
Here's some of your YouTubers, Crucial Mix.
We all still have the right.
Tony,
you're right, we do.
Tony from Market Moves was in there. There's Terry Yonkers, Karma, copy and paste
of those rights.
Jonah.
And I just want to hear from 2 other people before we move on to the next part of this call. Jimmy Ray, you're up.
Hey, can you take the other person real quick, man? I'm just finishing up making up smoothies for my kids.
Okay. Tony, you're up. Cousin Tony.
Hi, my name is Tony. Thank you, everyone, for hosting this space. I am a jeweler. I've been a jeweler for almost 35 years. Later on in life, I acquired a restaurant to help support my family. I am one of 4 brothers, and all my brothers were diagnosed with muscular dystrophy and polio. And later on in life, so diagnosed with muscular dystrophy, which affects me.
Sorry about the volume's a little off.
And I am a proud father of 2, an 8-year-old and a 10-year-old. And I have 2 elderly parents, which are in their 90s, which I currently support with the help of one of my brothers, but mostly me. And during COVID time, I lost my oldest brother. I was introduced to Mmtlp by a client who purchased a diamond ring from me, and later on we developed a relationship and a friendship, and he introduced me to Mmtlp. I've had not necessarily bad experiences, but not great experiences with the stock market, but after many hours of research and after getting some people to check into it and my cousin Andrew to take a look at it, I decided to make a meaningful investment into Mmtlp. I was confident in the oil and gas, and I was confident in the people who guided me, and I was confident in my clients.
I did request a mic. They're really busy there, and I got my own
And
platform. So
later on, I convinced my older brother to invest a meaningful
I think I might do a
sum
part
as well.
4, and I'll just tell you my story.
Well,
Back to this.
when it came to December 9th and 12th, I can honestly say the wind was knocked out of me. And I couldn't believe what I heard. I couldn't understand. I was confused. I was scared. I was in a position where I didn't know what was going on. All I knew that, I spoke to my broker, it.trade, and they told me that we have to the 9th and 12th to trade, and everyone else told me the same thing. And I could be able to make a decision whether to sell or go into next bridge, which I was planning on selling a meaningful amount to be able to maintain, to be able to cover my family's expenses, my parents' expenses,
Yes.
and to overall be able to take care of my oldest handicapped brother in particular, who needs 24-hour care, who actually was not with anyone, and I couldn't afford to hire help for him. And he actually was alone and came to go to the restroom and broke his foot. So this whole thing has been really overwhelming and hard to deal with. I was really hoping and praying for some kind of resolve with this whole thing, with these halts, because I have been put in a position with SBA loans, with home loans, and with credit card debt that I could no longer handle, because the vast majority of my family's wealth has been invested into this stock that has been halted for around 30 days. I'm not claiming that my story is any more difficult or harder than anybody else's. I know there's a lot of people suffering.
None of us are.
I just want to take the last opportunity to thank the media for hearing us out. And I urge you, I plead with you, and I beg you to please share our story. Please let people know what's going on, because a lot of families are hurting. And a lot of us don't know what to do next.
It's going on, 4.5 months?
And in the future,
so far the media has barely shared any of this.
As well.
So many people don't know our stories.
And everyone should know that America still stands for the truth. Thank you for letting me share.
Everyone just wants their 2 days fair and square of trading back. Is that too much to ask for you to treat us fairly?
Ladies and gentlemen, it has definitely been a hard road for a lot of the people in this community.
An hour and a half later, still 854 people on this call.
Oftentimes, when you're put in a corner, you'll fight your way out, and this community has done that. And I think that story also is worth being told. I'd like to, at this time, spend a little bit of time talking about what this community has done, not only to fight for our cause, but to fight for each other. This community has rallied behind its members on numerous occasions, and rallied behind causes on numerous occasions. And we've done so with the help of a pillar in this community, a person who wants to see this work out for everyone, a person who has selflessly devoted his time and energy to raising money for not only people in our community, but to help us move the ball forward.
Are we talking about Marduk?
Resolution.
Who are we talking about?
He's dealt with
long intro.
issues with PayPal along the way. And he's just been like Cool Hand Luke. He's been here for anybody who needed him. So, Busy Brands.
Nope, Busy Brands.
You have the mic.
Let's find him.
Oh, there thank you, Andrew. Hello, everyone, and my name is Jaime. I'm a United States Marine Corps veteran. Thank you to any of the media personnel or anyone in this space that is new to our community today. But I wanted to share how united, caring, and kind-hearted this community is. So even though many of the community members are struggling financially due to this injustice that is happening here in Mmtlp, they never hesitated to open up their hearts and pockets to donate to others within our community. So today, Andrew, I just wanted to take the time to share with any people that are listening in, media personnel, some of the fundraisers that we've been able to create during this hard time in regards of the halting of the ticker. So I just want to start with Katie and Mike. So, you know, Katie and Mike, they are a member of our beloved Mmtlp family, and they are both members in the United States Armed Forces, okay? So there are veterans here. The purpose of, so I wrote this down, so bear with me. So they have sacrificed a great deal to defend our freedoms and livelihoods. So before the halt, Katie and Mike began the process of IVF to bring others to life, to bring another life into this world. Sadly, getting an IVF is not covered by the VA, and they got caught up in this U3 halt with the rest of us, and their money was frozen. So time was of the essence. We stepped up as a community and helped them raise the money for the procedure. So the total money that was raised there was $5,727. So another example of a fundraiser this community was gracious enough to donate to was the creation of Mmtlp Studios. So Mmtlp Studios is a story arm of the Mmtlp movement. Again, the community banded together and raised money to fund the informational and storytelling video that is now called The Revolution. So again, the purpose of the video was to not only for our community members to share their personal stories of the impact from the U3 FINRA halt on December 9th, but also to just explain more in information-wise to actually send in emails or anybody that couldn't tell our story, just direct them to the video. And money raised for that fundraiser was $3,200.
I think there's another one.
And the most recent fundraiser that we did was a mobile billboard for a truck that was parked right in front of the Capitol building in Washington, D.C. this past Monday. There was the 17th. And it was the day before Gary Gensler was set to appear in front of the House Financial Service Committee. And also, most recently today, it was parked in front of the Gaylord Hotel, where there was an event hosted by the Heritage Foundation.
You need a lot more subscribers.
So total money raised was $4,837 for that one. And last but not least, it was donating to Juan's daughter, Natalie. So a few minutes ago, you heard his, his beautiful and impactful story. I mean, she's a beautiful young girl with stage 4 lupus. She missed Christmas due to being hospitalized. But when she was discharged and she came home, Natalie came home to a house full of Legos and dolls and her favorite toys. So just want to leave with, ladies and gentlemen, even though we have missed mortgages, rent, car payments, college tuitions, and so on, this community never hesitated to donate to heartfelt causes. Again, we are united, we're not divided, and we'll be united till we are made whole. Andrew, thank you for your time, and thank you for this great space.
Tell him, Busy.
Thank you, Busy. And I also think it's worth mentioning that another fundraiser was held for a young man in our community who lives in an underprivileged area. He's had a real rough go. His name is Jainari. And for his birthday, this community raised $5,000 for him. For his birthday.
That's awesome.
And I was so proud to be a part of something like that because I know he was struggling so much because he needed this. And it was taken from him. His choice was taken from him. But he got a whole lot of love. And that love carried him through. And I'm grateful that he's still a part of this community. And I also think it's worth mentioning that the fundraiser for Katie and Brian, for Katie and Mike, to help with their IVF, we raised $5,000 in 12 hours for them. That is mind-blowing. And that shows you the power of this community. Fundraiser was also done for a venture that goes by Mmtlp.
Okay. Oopsie. Okay, guys. My phone's blinking again like it wants to go off, and I've tried to give you as much of this as possible. I know there's a few hundred of you out there that for some reason can't get onto Twitter, so that's why I wanted to give you as much of this as possible. I hope those of you that have viewed this have enjoyed it, and pass the message on by hitting the like button and sharing and all that crap. All right, guys. If I do, I'll just do another video another time about my long story, but it's really not that important. Some people consider it sad, some won't, and it doesn't matter. The bottom line is we want our 2 days back of trading. We deserve our 2 days of trading back. Peace out. Love y'all.